Hello everyone, and welcome to the podcast where we explore fascinating topics and improve our English skills at the same time. I'm John.
And I'm Emma. Today's episode is titled, The Truth About Living in the Countryside versus the City.
Hi Emma, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. How about you, John?
I'm good too. So, I was thinking about the differences between countryside life and city life. What do you think about it?
Oh, that's an interesting topic. I personally prefer countryside life because it's more peaceful and closer to nature. What about you?
Well, I have lived in both the countryside and the city, and I think both have their pros and cons.
Take a pause here. Did you notice the words pros and cons? What do they mean? They mean advantages and disadvantages. Now let's continue the conversation.
For example, in the countryside, people are more friendly and helpful, but the facilities are not as advanced as in the city.
Yes, I agree. In the city, there are more opportunities for education, employment, and entertainment, but it's also more crowded and polluted.
Absolutely. I think it depends on an individual's priorities and lifestyle. For example, if someone wants to have a quiet and simple life, the countryside is a better option. But if someone wants to have a fast-paced and dynamic life, the city is a better option.
That's a good point. Also, in the countryside, people have closer relationships with their neighbors and tend to support each other in times of need. But in the city, people are more independent and rely on themselves more.
Yes, that's true. But on the other hand, in the city, there is more diversity and exposure to different cultures, which can broaden one's perspective.
I agree. So, overall, both countryside and city life have their own merits and demerits. It's up to the person to decide what suits them best.
Exactly. It's all about personal preferences and priorities. But it's always good to have a balance between the two if possible.
Let's go over some of the vocabulary and phrases we used in our conversation. We talked about pros and cons, which means advantages and disadvantages. We also mentioned infrastructure, which refers to the basic physical and organizational structures needed for the operation of a society or enterprise.
Right. We also discussed diversity, which means the state of being diverse or having a variety, and lifestyle, which refers to the way in which a person or group lives.
Exactly. Understanding these terms can help you follow the conversation better.
Speaking of living in different places, did you know that the Irish government is offering more than €80,000 to people who are willing to move to some of their less populated islands?
Really? That sounds interesting. Tell me more about it.
The government is looking to revitalize the population levels on these islands and is offering financial support to those who move there. The money is meant for renovating or decorating homes that have been vacant for at least 2 years.
That sounds like a great opportunity for those who love nature and want a peaceful life. What kind of infrastructure improvements are they planning?
They plan to improve transportation and communication infrastructure, build new schools, and install healthcare facilities. It's part of a broader program called Our Living Islands.
That sounds like a fantastic initiative. It could really help those islands thrive.
So, what do you think about this initiative? Would you consider moving to one of these islands?
I think it's a wonderful idea, especially for those who are looking for a change of pace and a closer connection to nature. However, it might not be for everyone, especially those who are used to the conveniences of city life.
That's true. It requires a certain mindset and adaptability. But the financial support and improved infrastructure could make it an attractive option for many.
I agree. It could be a great way to balance the peace of countryside life with some of the amenities we are used to in the city. That's all for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our discussion on countryside versus city life and the interesting news from Ireland.
Yes, thank you for listening. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Do you prefer countryside or city life?
And if you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.
Goodbye.